Do we really need him right now?
Okay. I'm bad, and I'm better than ever. Got enough for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter.
Okay, that's enough of that before we get sued.
We do not own the rights to that. No, it's fine.
I do not own these rights, Facebook. But let me get my shit off one time while I give you this little cooking tutorial. I fried me some bologna and sauerkraut one time.
Ugh.
Timeline. It's probably about 4 people watching. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back like tramp stamps and shoulder blades. We are back like a Serta mattress. We're back like a chiropractor.
We are back
Yes.
like Bill motherfucking Cosby.
Yes, sir.
We are back like lumbar support.
Come on, let's get it, baby. Back
The
to
juice
back.
is loose, and I don't mean Juventude.
Oh my God. We are in rare form. It's because, I mean, honestly, it's been rare that we've been off this entire, I don't even know. I mean, mostly 2021. We've been on a
Well,
hiatus.
we've been on tour. You know what I'm saying? We're doing a podcast tour.
We definitely have been on tour. If you were one of the lucky ones to hear us, give us a retweet on our Twitter, No Pyro Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's 2021, so we can say we have been away for a mental health break.
self-care.
Self-care.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name and 1/3 of the gracious host of this podcast, the No Pyro Podcast, is Total Mac, aka TBD Mac, aka Sick Flair. I haven't done that in about 1, 2, 3, I forgot how many months, but it's been off. But I got the AKAs for me down. Let's keep going with my other two gentlemen that are here with me tonight. Also in the building, my man, Swervy Lee, aka, oh my God, that is gonna happen. AKA Swollen Pal, AKA Yoko Tuna, AKA Swervy Atmos, AKA, damn, that Outback got some joints in. What's good with you, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Trying to make some changes. Happy to be back for a brief stint. Let's see where it goes. Let's get hype.
Let's get hype. Let's get hype, bros. Hype, bros. Um, Also in the building with us, as always, the provocateur, the antagonist, the heel. His name is No Chill Drew, aka EGB, aka Dollar Rita Drew. And motherfucker, if you ain't got that crack, you better hop off the podcast. AKA.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh, you gotta go.
I don't have it. I know, right? I'm a piece of shit, but that's why I'm the heel.
I mean, look, bro. You were like coming out, your music's on, crowd's booing. We're waiting for the pyro. Where is it?
Here's the thing. I'm the heel. I'm not gonna give you what you want. You're the crowd. Fuck off. I'm gonna Nick Gage the baby face. I'm just gonna start cutting into him in front of your 5-year-old.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what's that, Grandma? You didn't know if this was that kind of wrestling show? Sorry.
Oh yeah, we don't knit scarves and sweaters over here. We're more like puncturing people with stop signs and Ginsu knives.
Exactly.
On Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, whatever day AEW comes on now, I forgot. Playoffs from basketball, that's over. MLB, All-Star Game, Rampage is here. We've missed a lot, and we're going to talk about a lot today. Before we get to the proceedings this evening, sir, how are you?
I'm surviving.
I hear you. On a scale of 1 through 10, how much wrestling have you watched? 10 being the most. I'll start off by saying I'm probably at a 1.5. I'm dark in a lot of things. I will say this: the 1.5 is probably about 70% AEW.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a new
It's a
breed,
new
man. It's
take.
a new kid. Look, new kids on the block. He's got all the toys. You want to see what it's about. You don't know if his character is real yet. You're just, kind of scoping the situation out. And that's where I'm at right now. We'll see if they keep me.
What about you, Swerve? How much scale 1 to 10? How much wrestling have you watched?
I'm about at a 3.5. But Matt, would you be watching that 1% over there if half WWE wasn't over there?
That's a good point. Because if it was Nick Cage matches for 4 matches out of the night, you might lose me.
I'd say mine's actually about a 5.5.
Wow, I would have guessed higher.
I watched Money in the Bank. I've been watching AEW. I watched a little bit of WWE. I have not watched Raw really at all. It's been mainly SmackDown. NXT's fucking dead. And its corpse is being brutally fucking just molested over there. But yeah, good times.
Yeah, Swerve kind of filled me in on the situation with what they're doing and the amount of times that the champion has been dethroned, and it's
Well, it's
just
not that he's been dethroned. What it is they brought him up, and they have fucking Jeff Hardy beating him in like 5 fucking minutes as the NXT champion. No entrance, no valet that he normally comes out with. Dude's coming out, getting beat, go back down to NXT, and then they fired like 20 fucking wrestlers.
It's
Oh,
important to note
NXT.
that Jeff Hardy has that Victory Road. I don't know, was it 2010 paint, but it's just blue instead of red.
Because
Blue.
that's the pay-per-view you want to remember Jeff Hardy from. Is Victory fucking Road 2010.
we haven't been on in like 12 weeks, and we're starting with that bum Jeff Hardy. Can we switch?
We are, and folks, if you're listening at home, it's downhill from here.
It's a little uphill. Come on, man. Gee, where do we want to start? Can we talk John Cena for a minute?
Yeah.
So I'm watching Money in the Bank, and quick grade. You don't have to give yours. I mean, the pay-per-view I thought was a solid 8. The match placement, of course, is always telling when it comes to how the night's going to happen when it comes to Money in the Bank. So when Roman and what's his face main event Edge.
By the way, can we just agree that main event was fucking trash?
I'm not gonna say that, man, but it was okay.
Oh, so I wish I could remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah, I mean the payoff made the match better than the squared circle that Drew's talking about. I like how it ended. I love how it ended. So we hear John Cena's music come back, and I don't know about you gentlemen, but I haven't heard a pop like that in some time. And I remember when I said, hey, when live crowds come back, they're going to have to pull a lot of aces, a lot of big jokers out of their sleeves. And I guess John Cena is one of those aces. Now,
Well,
do they have another big joker? I don't know if they do.
Well, they pulled some jokers.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Talk about guys who headbutt doors.
Guys who headbutt doors.
Fucking Goldberg's back.
Well,
main event SummerSlam.
What did you expect?
I didn't expect him to recast his kid.
Well, he's probably telling Vince, hey, if Ray's fucking son could get in here, so can mine.
Bill, your kid looks like the fat kid from Goonies. We'll recast him. It's fine.
To be clear, he's probably not going to main event SummerSlam.
Exactly.
Like we all know, match
you know,
3 minutes.
He's got this stigma that anytime a retread comes to WWE, he's just going to be the main event person, whether or not.
Dude, he's going for the championship.
Yeah, but come on, man. Is Sting main event material for AEW? I didn't think so.
What championship is Sting going for?
The How to Lose a Viewer championship. Because I'm tired of seeing them.
Oh, okay, so not a championship. Okay, I got it.
Anyway, John Cena comes back, talks his talk, and leaves. And there was a match made for SummerSlam right then and there. What did you guys think the first time you saw Cena?
Oh, no. It was not made right then and there for SummerSlam. You started off watching SmackDown.
No, I saw the Finn Balor bullshit. Come on, man. I'm better than that.
So this is some bullshit. So for those of you who did not see it, here's some bullshit. Now, this is a company that's like, oh, we're super business and we have to follow certain guidelines because we want to make it seem uber realistic. So, Finn Balor has apparently been given a championship match, and they're at their contract signing. So obviously, no shenanigans will be taking place. But homeless Baron Corbin shows up and attacks Finn Balor to try and put his name on the contract. And then John Cena shows up and puts his name on the contract.
Which, pause, by the way.
A contract that's for fucking Finn Balor.
Well, hold on, Drew. So let me interrupt. As a person who inducted Baron Corbin into the No Pyro Hall of Fame, I did not know when this transition into homelessness occurred. Continue.
So, you didn't see when that occurred?
I haven't been watching, so I didn't know he was a nomad. Nomad Corbin.
Nakamura pinned him for his crown, so he lost his crown. So now what they've been doing is having every week he's more and more down on his luck. So like the one week he was wrestling, and that one guy who comes out, Nakamura, is like, oh, by the way, will the owner of a leased Mercury Tracer go out to the parking lot? It's being towed. And like it's Baron Corbin's fucking car being towed. Thought about how his wife left him. He has no money. He's showing up in a beat up shirt that has like stains all over it. His hair's growing out, but like gnarly.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the hell's going on with this? All right. Well, you know what that means. Payoff's coming soon, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right, continue.
Oh, they also started GoFundMe from.
I like this now. I'm buying into it. I like this.
So, yeah, Cena signed his name in a contract that doesn't have his name on it. And is getting a championship match. Good. So, if you're keeping score at home, folks, we fired about 35 wrestlers this year for budget cuts and are paying Goldberg for one night. Well, Goldberg for 15 minutes at most. John Cena for one night. We are paying Jinder Mahal to exist. We brought back Eva Marie. But, budget cuts.
Yeah, there was a lot of uproar when Eva Marie came back, and I really didn't understand that.
You said there was uproar?
Yeah, like people were upset.
Oh.
So
I didn't think there was any kind of feeling one way or the other when she came back.
So here's the thing. People weren't upset that she was coming back. People were upset when a handful of wrestlers got fired for quote-unquote budget cuts, and then they brought Eva Marie back. So it's like you fired wrestlers who can actually wrestle and brought back a woman who was notorious for not having a fucking clue what she was doing.
Is she the most downloaded person on the internet or something like that?
No.
There must be a reason.
She was on Big Brother.
Oh, oh, oh! Fucking get out the red carpet, Big Brother.
Hey, listen.
You
Hey, listen.
mean she was on the 4th highest rated reality TV show on CBS? Holy fucking shit! She was on the show that comes on right after Blue Bloods. Holy shit!
Well,
Goddamn.
Drew, in case you didn't know, Big Brother makes stars. I mean, Eva Marie, Luchasaurus.
Get the fuck out of here.
The list goes on and on.
Oh,
Luchasaurus was
okay.
one.
So let's hear
He
the
was on
third
Big
person.
Brother.
Let's
I can't think of his name.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't think of his name. He's a bodybuilder. I can't think of his name though.
The list goes on and on. Okay, so who's the third name?
Chris Masters.
No, not him. So yes, Finn Balor injected
She was on
himself.
Celebrity Big Brother. It's like saying the surreal life makes stars.
All right, man, you have to go look that up, man. Let's continue on. So yes, Finn Balor injected himself, saying he deserved a shot, not Cena. And then my mind just kind of like put all that in the blender and threw it in the garbage because it looked nasty. So now we have Cena and Roman Reigns. And I saw a promo of those two where Cena was on SmackDown, and it wasn't as scathing as the first one. I mean, Roman talking about, Cena being in missionary for 20 years and the failed relationship, dick jokes. I mean, they could have did better than that. I'm going to give them one more shot because that's all they have left with Friday.
I am going to say this, though. I am loving Roman Reigns right now. I hate that I have to say that, but I'm loving him. And I say that because of this. Peacock edited out Roman Reigns' promo where he says John Cena's like having missionary after night after night.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman responds as going, well, that's stupid, but I mean, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. What are they going to do? Keep me off SmackDown for 3 weeks?
Right, because he's unscripted, bro. He's unscripted. Give him his due.
I'm loving it.
You're loving it now. Okay, because he's unscripted. Thank you.
Because he actually has a personality now. It's not just some guy who's like, I don't know wrestling. Here you go. Say this.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll give him one more shot Friday to cut a better promo. I mean, Friday did not leave me, I guess, on the side of Cena winning. But there's also, chance that he could win, but I'm not sold on him still being there. But I'm also uncertain of if he's going to do what he says, which is win and pull a CM Punk and walk off. Swerve, what do you think about that?
Well, there's already 2 belts, so he's not going to do that because then there would be 3.
John Cena is not winning on Sunday, and I'll tell you why. It's because Cena's here for one reason and one reason only, and that's the Suicide Squad. He's promoting that fucking movie. That's the only reason he's here.
All the things we used to say about The Rock, look what we're saying about now.
But the movie's already out.
Yeah, but he showed up originally before it came out.
He has a series that's going to be based around Peacemaker, unfortunately.
Oh, so maybe that's what this is? Is it done filming or?
Oh, I don't know, but I just know that he's getting his own series regarding that character.
Well, here's my fanboy and fantasy booking of the night. Stay with me. End of SummerSlam, Roman and Cena. Cena is down. Roman is down. You get the patented 10 count attempt. They both get up at 6. Haymaker, 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 haymaker. Superman punch. Cena reverses another move, and you get maybe like an FU or atomic drop or whatever. And something happens where they hit the referee. Then we get the big Joker. And that Big Joker in spades, if you don't know how to play spades, the Big Joker is the only card that is unbeatable. And the Big Joker that comes out on Saturday, not Sunday, but Saturday, is none other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He is there to assault Roman and let him and every other Roman believer that he is the real tribal chief. Cena pins Roman. 1, 2, 3.
Why do you think that?
Because so far it's been flat. Listen, when you hide something,
Cena
place.
pins Roman, and so you're saying that Roman and Rock will go in a 9 title match, and Cena will hang around defending the title against other bums.
What I'm saying is Roman and Rock will go for a non-title number 1 contender match.
No.
Where Rock
You're getting one match out of the Rock.
Where Rock will win. Cena doesn't, defend the belt at all, pulls a Brock Lesnar, comes back at Survivor Series, and you get Rock and Cena 1-on-1, or you get Team Rock versus Team Cena.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Like a Fast and Furious versus Suicide Squad.
If you think
Hobbs versus Peacemaker, let's do it.
If you think that they're blowing Roman versus Rock on a non-title number 1 contenders match,
all right,
you snuck yourself in my neighborhood.
Drew, I said stay with me, man.
It's hard to stay with you on that, bro. I'm sorry. Rock is not making an appearance until Survivor Series.
But listen, man, when you have a company that is, I don't want to say primarily based, but when a lot of it is predicated on fan participation, and you don't have that, and now they're back, you feel like you owe the fans something. And I just don't think that John Cena is the only something that they're going to get.
They are going to get another something, but it won't be him. And you got a better chance of seeing Undertaker show up that night.
Wow. Okay.
They have to stretch that all the way to Mania. They ain't going to start at SummerSlam now. I don't think Rock can commit to another full year build.
Yeah, hey, you don't have to be there. Stay on TV. Act like Roman's looking over his shoulder for The Rock.
It's hard to do that when Rock's on Instagram selling his liquor every day.
Yeah.
And talking about Jungle Cruise. He's going to ignore that.
Listen, while we've been gone, I've been in therapy. Okay, I've been in therapy because I have 1998 storylines stuck in my head. I just don't know how to get them out, and I'm working on it.
D'Lo versus Mosh.
Yeah, I'm working on it. And in my heart of hearts, I'm literally waiting for an IG announcement saying Sunday Night Heat's coming back. I'm waiting for it. Sunday Night Heat and Live Wire with Michael P.S. Hayes. I'm waiting on it. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Shane McMahon is the commentator for Sunday Night Heat.
Listen, Michael Cole with the jean WWE shirt, black pants. I'm waiting on it.
And the frosted tips.
Anyway,
yeah.
Let's talk about some of these releases.
I want to get my question right. Sticking with Cena and Roman. Where are you guys at on if Roman wins, what's next for him?
The Rock
because there isn't much. You're waiting until November for that?
You're not waiting until November to see the match, but you're waiting until November to start it off. Yeah, they're gonna spread this out as far as they can across all of their money pay-per-views.
Cena and Roman?
No, Cena Roman's happening now. I'm talking about Rock and Roman after Cena.
Right. So my question is, what's next for Roman then? Because November is not next month.
Well, Finn Balor will get pushed up or something like that to have an actual title shot in between. I'm sure. I mean, there'll be a bunch of stuff like that to do. They'll throw Kevin Owens in there again for the 30th time.
It shouldn't have to be like that.
But it is.
There's a Money in the Bank winner that we have to get to, but we'll get to him later.
Hell,
Because we're gonna.
Cesaro might be in there. Seth Rollins might be there.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got
Okay.
opponents.
Also,
Seth
don't
Rollins
forget
and Edge.
that Adam Cole, if he resigns with the company, would be brought up to the main roster. They are moving him off of NXT. So he might be up there.
I just don't want them to Keith Lee him.
Ooh, man, that was horrible. Did you guys see that?
I don't
You
want
know
that
what? Can we
fact.
just have a moment of silence for Keith Lee? If you have a drink, pour one out.
That was black on black crime right there. Man,
He's been getting shitted on since he got called up, except the first night.
I wonder what he did. Did his girl do something?
I think he was out with an injury or an illness.
So swear, fill the people in for those that don't know.
When Keith Lee returned, I want to say it was right before the Bobby Lashley and Kofi match, or maybe it was after that. I'm losing track.
I think it might have been before. I think it was before.
But he came back. The crowd was hyping everything, and I was just like, I'm thinking in my head, okay, this match is gonna go to a DQ or something like that. They're gonna save him. Nope. Bobby Lashley did Keith Lee like Austin did the Big Show when he came back when he debuted there the night on Raw. Just put him away early, like he was from WCW. And then it got even worse for Keith Lee because he fought Karrion Kross, and this is when Karrion Kross had already took that DQ to Jeff Hardy. This is after that fact. So I said, well, who's going to take this L between these two? Keith Lee got choked out. So he was 0-2 on his re-debut back from Raw. He did eventually get a win over Karrion Kross, but by then the damage is already done. So
that's sad.
So I guess his absence, Keith Lee's being gone for so long, was he had heart inflammation due to COVID-19.
So he got to get punished for that or something, or like what was going on?
I mean,
because,
I don't know.
Because there's a million people you could have put in that Bobby Lashley slot and the Karrion Kross slot.
Well, so here's the thing, though. It's not the illness that I think he's getting punished for. While he was out, he filed for trademark dispute of the Keith Lee name.
Oh. So in case it doesn't work out,
yep.
Shoddy, Cody, what's up?
And now he's working dark matches.
I mean, how important? I could understand if it was a different name, but it's just Keith Lee. I mean, he can go over there and be Keith Baxter. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is that Keith Lee has never been. Nobody's ever sat there and said, "Man, Keith Lee has the personality to really push him." It's always been his physical presence. So he kind of needs that name so people go, "Oh fuck, I know that guy." Instead of just, another big dude showing up in AEW, and it's like, oh, okay.
So, did he get a forewarn from somebody else to say, hey, in case nothing works out here, and you go to AEW, you can't take the name with you? Like, was there something that someone told him like, "Yo, you might want to file a trademark for this."
No, I think that was just his own doing. Because honestly, if it was somebody else, they probably would have been like, "Hey, I wouldn't do that at all," because that's rocking the boat. Like,
I'm telling you guys, it's not that big a deal for him because he wasn't that much established on Raw anyway. He was gonna go to AEW, and they was gonna kick out Will Hobbs and put him in his place. He's gonna be right at Team Taz. He was gonna be Powerhouse Lee.
he'll be standing there with Darby and Sting.
Powerhouse Lee. Hey, he could be Swervy Lee. Then we have a real problem on our hands.
Yeah, he got to pay up there.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Roman, man. I just, in my heart of hearts, I know we got predictions coming, but I do think that he will beat John Cena.
And don't forget, I mean to cut you off, but don't forget we still have one more. There is still a wild card, and it could go for either champion, and that's Big E.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to get into it now, we can. I didn't, but I don't know if he's going to be on the blue side. But if whenever this pay-per-view starts, if it's 10:40, 10:50 at night, and you haven't seen Big E at all, my eyes are looking to the left to say, "Yo, I know you're coming out now."
If I'm not mistaken, he doesn't even have a match.
Nope.
And he's been teasing Roman with it.
Yeah. I could see him getting involved in that match, and that's where you go with Roman until Survivor Series.
I don't know.
Because unfortunately, I don't see Big E being a long-term champion. I see this Money in the Bank being for him a testing period. Hey, if you win the belt, we just want to see what you can do and how you draw. I can see him giving it back pretty quick.
When you say long-term, Drew, what are you saying? Like 4 or 5 months?
I would say more like 2 or 3. If he wins it at, let's say he wins at SummerSlam.
No, I was asking. I was asking, what is your definition of like a long-term? Not like 2 years, not like that. But what's your definition of long-term for somebody who's getting it for the first time? Okay, so you don't see him holding it for not even a half a year then.
Yeah, I can see him if he wins it. Let's say he wins at SummerSlam. Let's say he cashes in and wins at SummerSlam. I can see him losing it at Survivor Series.
To like regain, or as part of character build, or just never see it again?
No, hey, it would really depend on how his title reign goes. If his title reign's similar to how Kofi's title reign was, yeah, he might never see it again. But if his title reign is, let's say, like Edge's, where, everyone's talking about it, then yeah, I can see him getting it several more times. But I can definitely see this being hey, let's see what Big E can do before we, strap a rocket onto him and have him hold our belt for 7 months, because unfortunately that's what they did with Drew, and he kind of was a part in church.
I like that reference.
Granted, it was during COVID, but
I feel like they started sabotaging Drew right before the fans came back. That's just what it feels like to me, man. I don't know.
Drew, there's no question. You are the COVID champion. You are the quarantine king. There is no doubt in my mind. However, when there's actual bodies in the stands, you will be moved back down to where you belong. Anyone shocked that Bobby Lashley's still champion?
Yeah, a little bit.
And you know what? It's been a quiet. It was loud, but now it's a quiet reign again in my eyes.
Well, you haven't seen anything, so I will be quiet for you.
I mean, after the Kofi stuff, I mean, it was like, and I particularly didn't even care about that because I'm like, Kofi's not gonna win, but
He was doing what Roman was doing. I mean, he battled, Xavier Woods, Kofi. Uh, he beat, Shelton and the other guy. I can't think of his name again.
Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing a lot of that in the between matches and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a lot of filler. So yeah, but
He's
now,
also been faced. Oh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say, so now they had to. I told you that Brock Lesnar didn't answer the phone. Goldberg always picks it up, and here's where we are. You know what I'm saying?
He's
So
also been facing opponents that he can beat. Drew, he knows he can beat. I think he's faced Orton, he can beat him. Goldberg, he can beat. Well, let me tell you something. He comes to the ring and lays down that open challenge, and you hear that his opponent is Vince in a fucking silky. It's over. It's fucking over.
but Drew, a few months ago when we were last on, we were saying Keith Lee was a potential, person to take that. And then when he beat him in 5 minutes, they just threw all that away.
Honestly, that's 4 minutes longer than I thought he was going to last with Bobby Lashley. I mean, not when he first came up, but recently, yeah.
So they took away one of the, our potential challenges we were saying if we, over on Raw, because nobody really I mean, yeah, Orton could be a challenger, but nobody wants to see him win it or take it off of him. Nobody wants to see Matt Riddle. Bobby Lashley's had some good clashes with Sheamus, but we've already seen it. Sheamus is holding down the U.S. belt. So yeah, I mean, it just wasn't much going on.
Well, there's nobody on Raw, really. I mean, who's on Raw that can really take it? That's legitimate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They had some people that could have done that. They squashed it. Like they kind of ruined it. I don't know if they got ace in the hole we don't know about, but I doubt it. Uh, you can't stretch this Goldberg thing out for 2 months or 3 months. This is going to be a one and done.
You're getting
And,
15 minutes tops out of him.
well, yeah, that's interest is included, but
that's the ride to the arena included.
and the police escort. But yeah, I don't know who else is there that, because when I say the 3.5% that I've been watching, it's been mostly Raw stuff and nothing else, and I haven't been seeing anyone that they are, I'll say quote unquote protect besides Omos, and he's not in the picture. He's not nowhere near ready for nothing like that. So I don't know. I have, like, Roman's path is kind of outlined, if you will, or at least it's outlined, it's written down in pencil. And I feel like Bobby, it just has a blank sheet of paper, and that's more scary to me than because they have a plan for Roman and not for him. So
yeah,
at least that's how it seems. He might just get a couple of bums here and there until people get tired of seeing him win. Could they throw Drew back up in there? I mean, the rule is he can't challenge while Bobby has it, but Drew could always cost him the championship against somebody if they really need to have a title change. But will it spark any ratings? I don't think so.
I feel like a big issue is with Roman. He's surrounded by a pretty decent storyline, especially with Paul Heyman there. Whereas Bobby Lashley, him and MVP are pretty much the storyline. They are the story, and it's just nameless fighter, nameless fighter, nameless fighter. That's who his opponents are. They're not contributing to the story. It's him. He's the story.
Yeah. And in Survivor Series, like people are saying, this one, The Rock will come back and stake a claim for something like that. I think that they still may do champion versus champion. So that would I guess you could say wash each other for a month, at least for that month, if they decide to do that and give them some more breather room. But that doesn't stop anything as far as what their title contentions, go for each other. Because I remember when Drew was on fire and he fought Roman, and Roman barely got that win over him. They could pick that up if they decide to, but Drew got to get a little bit more steam behind him, and he also had to be on SmackDown. But
yeah,
they have options. They just have to. They have some options. There's not many, at least for Roman, to fill the time for right now. And maybe they have to move somebody over to SmackDown. Maybe it's Big E, but only time will tell.
I feel like that is something that they are going to have to do. Is they are going to have to move some people over, because I can think of probably 6, 7, even 8 possible candidates on SmackDown who can maybe not hold the belt, but they can at least challenge for the belt and make it decent. I can't name that many people on Raw, and it's a 3-hour show, so I can see them definitely like maybe moving people around. Obviously, yeah, AJ can make it interesting, but he's the tag team champion right now, so I doubt that they're gonna, put him in that position.
Which could be interesting, but again, I don't know what you do with Omos after this. But if Randy Orton and Matt Riddle do take the tag belts, that would free up AJ.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he's done training under if Omos is done training under AJ. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does he go to after that? Because he's not ready to be on his own.
I mean, the only other thing that I can see happen is, let's say they think that Omos is ready. I can see AJ challenging for the belt, losing, and then blaming Omos. And that causes the split where they give Omos his singles push. Very similar to the way that they did with like Diesel back in the day, where it's like, okay, you cost me my championship, you're a failure, and he's like, no, you know what, fuck this, and turns on AJ. I'm not necessarily saying that would make him a babyface, but it would definitely, get his trajectory started.
Yeah, when they did that back in the day with Kevin Nash, I can recall that wasn't a super popular decision at the time. So I don't know if that would work now, but I guess it depends on if Omos is ready to be in that position. I don't think he is, but who knows?
So, one thing I did want to talk about is the releases. And that's all the releases that occurred in 2021. You guys want, I can just list some names, and you can either, mention what you think, or, if you have any feelings or what you think is going to happen next with them, or just a pass.
I can sing their theme song, their theme music, their entrance.
Okay. Well, the first one's Lars Sullivan, so can you sing that one?
Well, they all have the same music. Hello from the other side. I don't want to get sued.
So Sullivan was the first of the many releases this year.
Good.
I think you're safe.
I don't think we'll be seeing him in wrestling ever again. Big Show.
He should go back to his true craft.
His movie roles.
Yes. His indie films.
Whoa, stepbrother, what are you doing?
Really, Drew?
You have that slow build church laugh.
Listen, you never expect what's gonna come out of Drew's mouth.
Oh, I'm stuck in the dryer. If only there was a big, strong man who could help me get me out. These pants are coming undone though. Oh.
Whoa, bro, you're a real meathead in the gym, bro.
Oh, bro, is that a rule in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Bro, who do you deadlifted 580?
Can I get a spot? Why are you standing in front of me, bro? Oh, it's in my face. I guess if I just lick the tip, it's not a problem.
Man, you know, I've just been so tense recently. Yeah, right there.
Oh, I thought you were a woman, but now you have a dick. This is so much better.
I don't want to go that far, Drew. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. That's too far. That's too far. Everything else is okay. That's too far. At least
it's all locker room talk, man. I don't know about that one. You know, you expect a couple gym rats to, you know.
Mac, I don't even want to know what fucking gym locker room. The talk is, why are you standing in front of me? I guess if I just lick the tip, that's okay.
Well, I didn't hear that part. I was talking about, you know, deadlifts and, you know, been so tense recently. Yeah, really cramping up right there, you know. Go ahead, man. Who's next, man?
We got Big Show, who got released so he can go to AEW. We'll pass on that because obviously we know what he's doing. Andrade, AEW. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, they are free agents. Samoa Joe back with NXT. Looks like they basically fired him so that they don't have to pay him his wrestler contract. They could just sign him as a, you know, on-air manager role. Kalisto. No, I haven't seen him pop up, but, you know, he'll probably make his way somewhere. Mickie James with NWA now. Chelsea Green.
Well, let's pause on Mickie James for a second. I did see a video of her talking shit. I did see that.
You're gonna have to be more specific because she's talking a lot of shit.
Well, there was one video where she was talking about. I don't think she specifically said the WWE, but you just knew the shot that she was shooting was coming at them. I might have been after a match or something like that.
Well, I know she's worked with NWA to put together like a women's invitational tournament, almost like a full-on women's pay-per-view thing for them, with not just NWA but women wrestlers from all companies. The only company that obviously is not going to be working with them is WWE.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Chelsea Green, she's with Impact now. Tucker, he was talking some shit about WWE afterwards. Bo Dallas can sell you a house. He's in the realtor. Mojo Rawley, he can come back if he brings Gronk. Kavita Davi, looks like she was a NXT wrestler. Jessamine Duke, she was one of the women who came over with Shayna Baszler from UFC. See some NXT.
Anyone else like notable?
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. Oh, Velveteen Dream.
So he finally got the axe.
Yeah, we know why.
You going through every single person that got released this year?
No, I'm going through just the notable names. So I'm skipping over the NXT wrestlers that we might not have known, but they got rid of quite a few NXT wrestlers. Braun Strowman, Lana, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, Ruby Riott.
Any talk of Braun going to AEW, or what is he doing?
So he's still on his 90-day. But I know that he popped up in a few independents, like just like chilling from the crowd. it looks like he has ambitions to get back in the ring. His 90 days looks like it'll be up on September 2nd.
So a couple weeks. Okay.
Aleister Black, Ruby Riott, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze. Tony Nese, Arya Davari, the Singh brothers.
All right, yeah. So I mean, a lot of people.
Bray Wyatt and Ric Flair. Oh, and Bobby Fish, Bronson Reed. Now just a lot of NXT guys.
So my question to you now, Drew, because you're the expert on the show.
Yeah.
Of the wrestlers that are currently on the AEW roster, how many are WWE superstars that were on WWE television in 2019 or better? Like the percentage.
So before I answer that, because I will answer that for you, but before I answer that, did you also want me to go into WWE and tell you the percentage of guys who were Impact wrestlers, guys who were Ring of Honor wrestlers, guys who wrestled in a major promotion before WWE?
Why do you have to shoot from defense? I'm just asking a question.
No, because that's the whole thing is when WWE goes and buys up the indies and basically just signs everyone that they can, no shit that pretty much everyone's going to come from WWE. But
no, I'm just asking about the turnaround rate.
I'll pull it up for you. No problem.
It's so quick. Hey man, you want to go to WWE? All right, great. We're out of there. Oh, they got fire. Okay, great. We're at AEW now.
Yeah, no problem. Let me pull it up right now. So we got from the champions, from just the championship people, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 championships in AEW. 6 if you count the tag belts as individual championships. Of those, only one is in WWE. That being Miro. So let's go.
You're answering questions that I'm not asking.
No, I'm just starting off with that because that's at the top of the roster.
I just want to know the percentage. I don't need names.
Okay, so let me rack up my calculator. And
I'm gonna go with the best of the best guys, because they got championships.
Okay, let me get my calculator. I'll give you
WWE. And listen, for everyone who's saying this is gonna be Mac back in WWE, Drew back at AEW, this is not AEW WWE beef on my part. This is me just simply asking. Damn, not everyone, but mostly everyone who leaves WWE, whether it be under their own accord or Vince's, they seem to go to Turner.
And that's not even true, though, is because a lot of them go to New Japan, a lot of them go to Ring of Honor, a lot of them go to Impact.
Well, that's what I'm asking you to educate me. That's all. I mean, I've seen Andrade, he's over there. Who knows what the fuck he's doing? Now you've got Miro over there. I know he's doing his thing or whatever. Christian is there. We'll talk about that whole garbage that happened on Rampage. There's Mark Henry, Big Show, a little off-putting. Now Daniel Bryan is
I'm
over
just
there.
quiet, I'm doing the math.
Yeah. So, Harvey, what do you think about this, man? If anything at all.
About the talent from WWE going to AEW?
Yeah, kind of like right after. It's like, when you were growing up and mom like, I don't want you going over to that boy house because he ain't nothing but trouble. But then the minute you find out your boy outside ready to fight somebody, you there. That's what it kind of feels like.
Oh yeah, I mean I joke about that with Avi all the time. and then he did what Drew is doing now, except he was a little bit better prepared. He gave me this long list of New Japan stars. I'm like, listen, I don't care about all that. Don't nobody know those
Right,
bums.
right. AJ Styles, a 5-time New Japan. Who gives a shit? I'm just saying, the people who are literally wrestling on AEW were literally on WWE TV last year or 2 years before that, doing God knows what. And it's like, damn, is that the first, greener pasture you run to? Because I feel like it shouldn't have to be. Or why is AEW in this position to, I'll show Vince and I'll snag one of his guys? Like, that shouldn't have to be the case. Because here's the real thing. AEW is winning right now. They're up. I'm not gonna lie. They are up. They've got better storytelling. They've got better matches. They've got better promos. And we haven't even talked about the elephant in the room with Phil. If that ever matriculates, that's that you're playing chess with somebody and they just took one of your pawns, but little did they know that opened up them, losing their rook or their queen. So they're up right now. That's why I said earlier that big Joker need to come out. If that big Joker ain't The Rock, can't be Brock Lesnar because we've used him already too much. If it ain't The Rock, I don't know. Yes, Drew.
Percentage of WWE wrestlers, male and female, currently in AEW is 20%.
Can I guess?
I just gave it to you.
20%.
I just gave it to you. Yeah, it was 20%.
That's a lot.
Is it?
From 2 years ago, year and a half ago? Hell yeah.
Because if I counted the percentage of people in WWE who are from
my God,
I guarantee you it's more than 20%.
From the last 2 years.
And mind you, I was given the benefit of the doubt of naming people like, where was it? So who did I include in this? I included, can't remember his fucking name.
How many AEW thoroughbreds we had?
I included Lance Archer, even though he was barely in WWE. I included Frankie Kazarian, even though he was in there for, 5 months back in 2006.
True, you're giving me an answer to my question that I never asked you.
No, but I'm telling you is that it's not just like every single person in AEW is a guy who got fired from WWE 5 weeks ago.
But that's not my point.
So what is your point?
My point is it's a lot. It's not everybody, but it damn sure is a lot.
So 21 wrestlers out of 105 makes them WWE light.
Yeah, I mean, based on what they're doing.
I'll say whomever made a name in WWE and went over there, those are the people that I'll count to make it fair.
Then honestly, the percentage would be a lot lower.
I don't even care about Frankie Kazarian, but if these names that I'm speaking of is bigger than the names that are there right now, it brings it up higher.
Because I'm also including guys like Billy Gunn, who hasn't wrestled on TV in fucking months.
I literally asked this motherfucker, I said, how many wrestlers since
and that's 2019?
What I gave you. Said, no, you haven't. I said, since 2019. Billy Gunn was not in WWE in 2019. Stop that.
You asked how many WWE wrestlers are in AEW.
Since 2019.
All right.
Percentage. No, please don't. No, you don't have to do it.
Oh, okay, so you don't want that percentage.
I don't want it. What I'm telling you is Big Show, Mark Henry, Andrade, Christian. That's 4 already. And I haven't even started thinking.
So I think, Mackie, what you're saying is that with each growing year, this is going to increase exponentially, right? This draft, if you will.
Right, because it's like, yo, as soon as they're leaving WWE, it's like next week on Rampage. Oh shit, it's this person.
So let me
Wait
ask
a
you
minute.
something.
Wait.
Where are we supposed to get talent then?
Hold on. Can we count Ric Flair yet?
Ric Flair doesn't work there.
You can't count him.
If I had a check for Ric Flair and I said my first name was AEW, he'd be over my house.
Yeah, Rick doesn't work in AEW.
But here's what I'm saying. You shit on WWE for homegrown talent. When are you going to bring someone new up? When are you going to bring someone young up? When are you going to stop going to Brock Lesnar? You haven't said that shit about AEW at all.
Okay, so Brock Lesnar wrestles one match and then he's fucking gone. And that's the complaint that we have, correct?
From who? Because I'm not complaining.
Oh, so you're fine with that. You're fine with Goldberg wrestling for 3 minutes, making $1 million and gone. That's your fine main event.
My girl keep cheating on me, man, but I keep staying with her. Can't be surprised if she keep cheating on me. I know what the game is, man.
That says a lot about you.
What does it say about me?
Says you're a cuck.
It says that I know the cheap tricks that the WWE will do when they're in scramble mode. And you could build up young talent, I agree, but when they pull out the Goldberg or the Brock Lesnar card, I'm not in the least bit upset or surprised.
While we're talking about Goldberg briefly, can we just acknowledge that I think he's now more of a WWE guy than a WCW guy?
Yes.
I don't think that.
He is.
And Swerve, with that being said, can he please stop asking people who's next? Because, bro, your record in like the past 10 matches has not been stellar. Please.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that when WWE went out and signed all these 35, 40-year-olds from Impact.
There you go.
Nobody tried.
There you go.
When they brought in AJ, when they brought in Bobby Roode, when they brought in Samoa Joe and his bad knees.
Drew, let me
brought
help
in
you.
Eric Young.
Drew.
All these 40-year-olds from Impact. Nobody cried.
Drew, you don't hit your stride in WWE until you're about 35.
Is that why Vince has said we're not hiring anyone over the age of 30 anymore? We're not hiring midgets?
Just look at, I'll say, Exhibit A, Seth Rollins. He's going to be a whole lot better in the next 5 years.
Or he'll be gone.
Why would he be gone?
It's WWE, man. I mean, we thought Bray Wyatt was going to be around for, 10 years?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Seth Rollins is way better than Bray Wyatt.
Well, you're smoking crack then.
I guess I am.
And Seth Rollins has not been repeatedly handed junk and saying, here, turn this into something.
No, he repeatedly sends junk on people's phones.
And what world is Seth Rollins not better than Bray Wyatt? Please tell me.
Every world.
Please
the only thing the guy has is his fucking parkour bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Triple crown. What else?
Wait, are you talking about like in mic skills or in the ring?
In the ring.
Oh.
He's definitely not better on the mic.
I just thought you were talking about only the mic. I was going to give you that, but you're talking about in the ring too?
Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. Come on, man. Stop that, Drew. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. Seth Rollins' finisher is stepping on your head. That's his big finish.
You love gaslighting somebody.
Hey, you're right. You're right. I gaslit. I mean, for what his entire championship run, his finish was the pedigree. You're right.
I think Drew gets in his feelings when Bray Wyatt's got all of this happening to him as far as him being released and him getting bad maybe programs to work or a gimmick that isn't going to go over when they thought it would. So the whole world's stomping on him. So Drew's there to save him and, pick him up by his inner shoulder and say, it's okay, Bray. I got you.
You know what? No, you're right. And because you're right, I'll give you 5 Seth Rollins laughs.
Bray Wyatt could never get that match with Edge.
How many? Yeah, I was going to say. I told Mac this a couple of days ago. Edge and Seth Rollins has match of the night potential written all over it, or match of the year, if you will. But how many match of the years can you say Bray had?
Dude, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins was damn near match of the year.
Yeah, it could be.
Bray Wyatt will never have a bigger moment than WrestleMania 31. He'll never be a Triple Crown winner.
But has Seth Rollins ever wrestled Randy Orton wearing slacks in the haunted catacombs?
All right, so here's where Drew's admitting defeat. All right, we can move on.
How many masks has he sold?
Listen, he's never had a championship belt go over $75, but Bray has. But Bray's the real winner here because look what he goes home to.
We don't know what she looks like anymore.
Oh yeah, because you haven't
She's
seen her
too, by the way.
Wait, they're divorced?
No, she's been fired.
Oh, I'm about to say.
It might be divorced. You get them how you lose them. Or you lose them how you
want to
get
know, you want to know, Drew, I know you have the answer to this. I don't care about the wrestler, but I care more about his wife, her whereabouts. Drake Maverick's wife. Where the hell is she at?
Oh, she actually wrestles on AEW Dark every so often. She's an independent wrestler.
You know what? I watch AEW Dark from time to time when I'm up, like fighting sleep. Now
you gotta
come on.
Yeah,
you gotta get your kiss. You gotta get your kiss fix.
No, you gotta get your kiss fixed.
I don't watch Dark.
Alexa, fast forward to the Sunny Kids match. Oh my god. What's her name on there?
Renee Michelle.
Dude, did she fight or did she wrestle Big Swole recently? I swear I feel like I've seen her wrestle Big Swole like within like the past week or so.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll have to keep my eye out. Because I liked her. She was nice. I wanted to go back to Raw for a minute. I heard you guys talking Almost and AJ. When are we gonna get a singles push from AJ?
He's a 2-time champion. What are you talking about?
That's somebody. Well, I mean, another push. I'm ready for it.
God, I can't wait for Triple H to get a push. When are they gonna push these young guns like Triple H and fucking Dwayne Johnson?
All right, first time listeners, if you don't know what Drew's doing right now, he's admitted defeat to our last conversation. So now he has to pick out a new one that he's sorely losing at already, and I haven't even said anything. But carry on.
This is your topic.
I'm just saying, I'm ready for another AJ push.
Isn't he currently a champion?
If you're saying that he's a tag team champion and you're calling that a okay thing to do or have.
Wait a minute. Are you ready for an AJ push or are you ready for an Almost push? Because Almost is not ready, in my opinion.
No, I'm ready for AJ by himself.
Oh. Yeah, Drew and I were kind of saying that if he got freed up via, loss from Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, then he could be a challenger to Lashley for a month or two.
Well, I'm just,
It would be interesting to see him and Lashley get out in Impact Light.
I'm just waiting for the next, Bobby Lashley opponent.
Speaking of things I'm ready for, I'm ready to see. Even though I don't care about anybody involved, but I'm ready to see Damian Priest and Miz and Morrison part ways forever because they have been fighting since WrestleMania or before WrestleMania, I should say. I'm ready for that to break up, man. Please. Mac, that's your boy. What do you got to say about that?
I had to put the phone on mute because my neighbor is blasting Trey songs when the neighbors know my name. So you better be they're getting it in. So I didn't hear your question.
You should be like, hey, apartment 6, can y'all turn it down? I don't know your name.
Oh, he must be getting it because now it's Your Body from R. Kelly. Salute to him. But I didn't hear your question.
I was talking about the everlasting Damian Priest, Miz Morrison storyline that's been going on since before WrestleMania. Why is it still going?
Well, you know when your cousin comes over to play, or let me rephrase that. Family cookout, holidays with the family. Little cousin comes over, and auntie goes, "Go play with your cousin." That's normally my response. So what do? You hand him the controller that's not plugged up. Just give him something to do when there's nothing to do. That's what this is.
I understand that, but can you at least change the game that we're pretending to play? Because they haven't even done that.
I mean,
you still got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in.
Or maybe they think that people really wanted to see it live. I don't know.
It's playing out the exact same way. There's actually that's one story that there's no difference in. No one cares.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like Damian Priest. I also like Miz. I also like Morrison. There's a little bit more that they can extract from this. I just don't know how they'll do it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you hear yourself?
I do. What what are you hearing?
I feel like you just buying time until you get to wherever you about to sit down. Wait a minute. There's a little more that they can extract for this. You can't, bro. You can't get blood from a stone.
No, you can't get blood from a turnip. I mean, what's the most here? You get a good match?
They've done what they can do.
Yeah, but we've all seen programs that have lasted longer than they should have, but it's been good in-ring work.
Yeah, but those programs you're referring to, they've taken breaks. These three have been on Raw every week doing the same thing. Like, think about I want you to. I don't know if any of you seen it, but think about the Nikki Ash, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley storyline. That's I think only been going on for like a month and a half, and then just picture that for 4 months.
I don't have to because I've seen AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, or AJ Styles and Shinsuke. I've seen this already.
Yeah, but even they had breaks. Like I know there was a break in between, but these guys have been constantly at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Somebody has to leave and go to the other show. That's all I'm saying.
I wish I had an answer for you. That was
this is your crew. I mean, you're supposed to,
Whose crew?
Miz. These are your boys right here.
Bro, he's out with an ACL. What do you want? What do you want from me?
He's back.
He's wrestling?
He came back last night.
But you didn't know because he's been there the entire time. Did it even matter? They didn't give you a chance to miss him.
Which, by the way, this furthers. Listen, I don't know when the last time the Miz had a break. I really don't know. I don't know when the last time he's not been on TV. Like, seriously. It's probably been like 3 years. Going. Salute to that man. This was about to get pushed. So everything happened. He was there. He worked with an A-list celebrity. You know, they don't hire those over there at the other company. And and look how that match turned out.
You said he was about to get pushed?
Oh yeah, come on, man.
And you're referring to Bad Bunny?
Yes, you're giving that type of celebrity work, you're about to get pushed.
So where though? I mean, he had the title for a week. Where else did you think that was going?
United States Championship, possibly.
What? That's a push?
Listen, we've already confirmed that it is not the championship. It's who the championship is around.
Oh, but just like a second ago, you said that the tag titles for AJ is not considered a push.
To every rule, there is an exception.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get fucked.
So you're telling me the women's tag team championships matter? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, apparently it depends on who it's with.
Wait, who are they with right now?
Exactly.
I'm not the one saying that the belts fucking matter.
They matter sometimes, sure. When Roman had the United States Championship, you knew that it was being undervalued. You knew that. But when it was on Miz, you knew what type of program you'd be getting with the belt. That's all I'm saying. And if he's there to put over Damian, and you know, am I mad that it's taking this long? I mean, maybe. But he's finally, I guess he's finally back in the ring, so I guess now they can have the payoff they've been looking for the past 5 months.
Y'all remember when WWE brought in that A-list celebrity Grumpy Cat?
Yeah.
And the Miz got to work with him. That was something.
This is the second act of Drew trying to weasel in a victory.
No, I'm just saying.
Remember Chucky and Rick Steiner?
Do you remember when one of John Cena's few losses was the Kevin Federline?
Do you remember when old ass Jake the Snake Roberts came to AEW looking like a polished shit? Remember that?
Remember when AEW made their old ass wrestlers as managers instead of main eventing pay-per-views?
Like Sting? Sure.
What pay-per-view has Sting headlined?
I don't know. I don't watch. Bash at the Beach.
I thought you said that the 1.5% that you have watched is AEW. Now you're saying you don't watch.
Okay, so I don't watch any WWE, but the little bit I watch has been on Dark, and I watched that one Rampage match.
I can't wait to talk about Rampage.
Well, fuck it. Let's talk about it.
All right, so you guys, I don't know if you guys have caught on yet, but I am somewhat of a mark for AEW. I've been pretty inconspicuous.
Right. You're so ambiguous when it comes to that, Drew. Jeez.
But
I figured you for a straight shooter, man.
Like Sir Mix-a-Lot, here's the big but.
Oh my God. Was that it? Was that your reference?
No. I said Vince was going to show up wearing a Silkie, and nobody fucking caught that shit.
Vince is going to show up wearing a Silkie. A do-rag?
Yeah, that's how you're going to get the belt off Lashley.
I never heard of a do-rag being called a Silkie.
The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Anywho, I guess you're just not street enough.
Hey, well, take away my card too, man. I never heard that.
I feel like Steve Carell wearing a fucking do-rag talking about his prison time on The Office. Anyway, here's my problem with Rampage. It feels a little bit too much like Shotgun Saturday Night.
Did somebody flash the crowd the first day? Did I miss
No,
that? Oh, okay.
but first off, it's only an hour. We got 3 matches. And look, Jim Ross only does A shows. He only does the A shows. And he was nowhere to be found on this motherfucker.
Yeah, because Jericho was carrying everything.
Jericho was the Jim Ross in spirit. And I say this because on his Twitter, he made sure to promote WWE Rampage.
Wait, that was a tweet?
Yep.
From Jericho?
Make sure to tune in to WWE Rampage.
From Jericho?
Yep.
Is it? Please tell me it's not deleted.
I don't know. I mean, he might have deleted it, but yeah, I remember seeing that going, what the fuck?
Hey, man, Swerve, you know it like me, dog. Once you let that blood in you, never leaves.
So it just struck me how they have this 1 hour show on super late at night, and they made sure to load it up. And I think that there was all 3 more championship matches. And I remember just thinking to myself, I think I texted Jeff this too. Man, if people think that they're going to have this kind of quality match every week, they're out of their fucking minds. Because I can see this turning into another dark real fucking quick.
You would literally have to be born yesterday in order to fall for that.
However, this week on Rampage is supposed to be real exciting. It's going to either be really exciting or really bad.
Oh, the Glacier versus Midian match?
No. This is the Rampage in Chicago with a date that was ominously tweeted on CM Punk's Twitter. So everyone's expecting him to debut this Friday on Rampage. And if he doesn't, they're going to find out what an unhappy crowd is real fucking quick.
So wait a minute. Let me just ask. For my people in the dirt sheets, he is legit signed with AEW.
So the dirt sheets are divided. Half the dirt sheets say it's signed and sealed. The other half are saying it could go either way.
Yo, if he comes back at SummerSlam, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, time out. Is this real? Like, is there a possibility?
So
he
marked this Friday on his Twitter. He said, he just put the date, nothing more. Everyone's expecting to debut in Chicago at Rampage. Now, if he re-debuts an hour earlier on SmackDown, that's going to be something else.
I hope he doesn't debut on SmackDown. But SmackDown is in is that also in Chicago?
Oh no, I don't think so. Now, I will say that it's looking like most of the TV partners for WWE have kind of given it away that he's not re-signing with WWE. They've also confirmed that they're all pretty pissed that he's not going to be in WWE. Because of the fact that, he does bring ratings. And that's something that WWE has not had a lot of recently. It's going to be interesting. This Friday is going to be really fucking interesting. And it can go south pretty quick. Basically, Tony Khan said that was going to be a huge night, that there's going to be a huge announcement. AEW has been known to hype up bullshit announcements as groundbreaking news, only to tell you the tickets are going on sale for North Carolina. So Tony Khan is hyping this up, and you get to Chicago, and his big announcement is Britt Baker has new music.
Could be a debut of Peyton Royce.
Man, if somebody else, the only other person that can debut and not just get fucked over is Daniel Bryan. Because let's face it, they kind of played their cards that this show is kind of like a Sunday Night Heat with just 2 words. And that is, let me pull, what was the name of that girl who fucking re-debuted?
Katie Vick?
God, no. Jamie Hayter. So she was the big re-debut for the first episode of Rampage. And fuck me, that reaction was dead. We mentioned, I was talking to Uwap Jeff, and he's, where's the Butcher been? Oh, he's injured. And he said, word for word, well, anytime somebody comes back from an injury, it's always a guaranteed pop. Guess who I was immediately texting after that pop went fucking nowhere at Rampage? She got no fucking reaction. So, for AEW's sake, I hope that they have something planned, because if CM Punk does not debut a Rampage, you all are in trouble.
Swerve.
Yes.
CM Punk in WWE. Are you possibly buying this or what? Am I fanning out for no reason?
Like I said, the door is always open. I don't know if it's going to happen around this time, what we're saying, but he will be in WWE someday in a wrestling capacity. I mean, who knows? He might do this. He might sign with AEW, do it for a year, be like, all right, I don't like, I built my stock up some more, and then go make his move, because everything's about money at the end of the day.
Another thing to point out is all during Rampage last week, every commercial break had a promo for that new Stars TV show Heels, which CM Punk is in.
Wait, what? He's in the show called Heels?
Yeah.
I saw that while I was watching Raising Kanan.
Not AEW Heels, right?
No.
No, I mean, my heart hurts. I think it'll end up at AEW. It would just be nice to know that the fourth wall isn't totally broken if he goes to WWE. Excuse me, but I doubt it.
I think that he wants a lighter schedule. I don't think that he wants to be wrestling every week or every day on house shows. I think that he wants that kind of freedom that AEW offers. And that's a big draw for a lot of wrestlers is, hey, you don't have to work every single day. We wrestle once a week.
Yeah. So, here's my question. Who's the current champion in AEW?
Omega.
So, Kenny Omega, current heavyweight champion. Who's the number one contender?
Christian.
So, CM Punk debuts Rampage and calls out Omega. Does Christian pull a Finn Balor and says, hey, bro, you're after me. Or you're after the other 8 guys who actually wrestled a match and have 8 or 9 wins.
CM Punk is gonna skip the line. They're not doing that BS with him.
I'm just saying, that's what you told me. When you were in Jacksonville, that's what you told me. This is going to be a point system. Okay.
Yeah, it is a point system, though. Christian's undefeated.
So is CM Punk forced to wait and wrestle 8 times? And he doesn't want a full schedule. You're gonna make him
so
wait?
here's the fun fact that WWE has kind of kept from you.
Oh my God! I ain't asking about WWE. I'm asking about
you can
AEW.
have other storylines besides just the championship.
No. We're not gonna do that. I'm asking about what do you think the order of the business would be?
I don't believe that CM Punk will get a championship match right away. I don't believe that would happen.
So when did you get it? 8 weeks? 10 weeks?
No.
Year reset?
I believe the heel will be in different capacities of different feuds, but I don't think that he needs to be in the championship picture right away.
If he comes out to his theme, it's over. Skipping a line.
Well, so fun fact is, In Living Color are following AEW on Twitter. The band who sings his theme music.
Mm.
And they've also confirmed that he is free to use that music.
Well, I'm glad it's better than that shitty music he had before.
Wow. Fuck that. Wow. Those are fighting words, sir.
I can't remember how it goes. I hated that music.
Don't you fucking disparage the good goddamn name of Killswitch Engage.
I like Killswitch Engage. I just hated that song.
Howard Jones is a national treasure.
That song didn't hit the same, Drew.
It was an okay song, but I'm not going to die on that hill. But what I will say is it looks like this is the rumor mill. This is the dirt sheets. It's looking like Daniel Bryan should be debuting at their NYC show then.
All right, so can we see your opponent versus Daniel Bryan? I'm not mad at that.
That could definitely happen.
That's like Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross. Why are we doing that?
I mean, well, so it's Bryan Danielson, correct?
Yes.
I don't know why we're doing that, Swerve. It's names. That's all to me. When you pigeonhole yourself when saying this is going to be a points-based system,
He has to go fight 10 bums on dark.
This
Can you imagine? That's why Brock Lesnar won't ever come there. That reason alone is why he won't ever come to AEW.
If the next pay-per-view happens, Brock Lesnar shows up, I'm calling it an emergency podcast.
As long as that point system exists, you don't have to worry about it.
right?
When they scrap it, sure, call me. Because it just don't work. It don't work for everybody.
Yeah, because there's certain wrestlers who can skip the line. And CM Punk's one of them. Daniel Bryan's one of them. And Brock Lesnar is one of them. In fact, maybe Jericho, or Omega. Those oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm trying not to. Oh my God. What is his name?
It's a page, isn't it?
Hangman. Right.
Hangman's not going to be around for a little while.
Well, I'm just saying, those are the only current AEW rosters or superstars on the roster, in my eyes, that can skip the line.
Now, mind you, Hangman was supposed to be the number one contender at the upcoming pay-per-view. He's going on paternity leave, so he'll be gone for a few months.
Oh, he pregnant?
Paternity leave, not maternity leave.
Well, I was waiting on the Omega and Paige. I was waiting on that to happen. But, you know, we'll wait.
He has a beer baby.
Speaking of that, it's good to see Pabst Blue Ribbon being a fucking wrestling sponsor. You lost Little Caesars, but you got Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I thought that was Domino's they lost.
Oh, my bad. It's all the same.
Oh, yeah, to you.
Are you guys watching Rhodes Know Best?
What the hell is that? Is that something on like TLC or something?
Cody got some kind of stupid show coming out, man.
Oh my God! Please.
I forgot.
Oh, we got a wife and 2 kids. Yeah.
What they
Did you
call
guys see the poll that we put up for that?
No.
So the poll that was put up by myself. Let me pull it up for you. So this is in regards to Cody and Brandy's new reality show. It is, what would you rather be doing other than watching Cody and Brandy's reality show? Option 1, root canal. Option 2, colonoscopy.
Ooh.
Option 3, film your mom's bukkake.
Bro.
Option 4, fight Nick Gage.
Well, number 3 did not win. I think
Number 3 is currently in the lead.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you following all these people? Are they just like-minded like you?
Probably.
Let's talk about that AEW Rampage match with Christian Cage and your boy. I was about to call him Adam Hangman Page. Kenny Omega.
So I know you love the shit on Christian being there, but you got to admit that was a good match.
It was not a good match.
It was. You don't think it was a good match?
No.
Why?
I mean, what's the point?
It's for the Impact title. That's what the point was.
Who gives a shit about the Impact title?
Okay, so they can get that belt off Kenny, and therefore start to make it look like you're chipping away at his armor. So he's had all these belts, and now he's lost one, and it almost kind of exposes him.
So is Christian going to now be on public access defending the championship or what?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what that move is for. So it's a demotion without saying it's a demotion. Gotcha.
Well, no, he's got to be on AEW as well. He's number 1 contender for the belt. He's challenging in the next pay-per-view for the AEW belt.
Okay, if there's a prop anywhere in the world that you can bet Christian Cage will lose, you take it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, I hear what you're saying about it. It's showing that he's not invincible, where you have Omega, who's got all these championships, and now Christian beats him. Listen, let me just tell you what that is. It's a way for Omega to lose and still appear to be strong. He's still the creme de la creme. Christian wins, but still gets demoted because now after he's done at the next pay-per-view with Omega, trust me, he'll be gone forever in regard to any type of, wow, Christian's really a threat. No, he's not. That's why I didn't really care for that match. Now he's going to be back on Impact or whatever championship show, whatever it is, doing God knows what. That's probably the long game that he's playing when he signed that contract to leave WWE to go to AEW.
Well, so mind you, AEW is working with a lot of different companies right now. They're also working with AAA, who they just had their big show, Triple Mania, where Kenny defended the AAA Mega Championship against Andrade. AAA wanted Andrade to go over, but AEW kind of worked it out with them to say, hey, listen, let's push this on a little bit more. partially because they didn't want to lose both belts back to back. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like Andrade is probably going to be the next guy to win that belt.
So is this one by one him losing these championships? I'm assuming.
What's that?
Is the storyline him being, one by one losing these championships?
I don't know. That's one thing about Kenny is he loves that long game. So I don't think it's going to be a storyline that's over real quick.
And
but
what's
I know
what's the president? What's his name?
Tony Khan?
No. His boy Don Callis.
Yeah.
What's his backdoor relationship with these other companies?
Don Callis was the president of Impact. Well, not the president. He was like a vice president there at Impact.
So now he's just an on-air talent.
Yeah.
Or on-screen talent, I should say. Doing managerial work for Omega.
Yeah. Because the whole thing is that he is actually like a friend of Omega's family. Like he was one of the first guys to actually discover Omega. So they've been friends for a while.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll listen. Uwab Jeff, he did kind of sway me a little bit. I did like the finish, but I just didn't really care for what that match meant. I'm a big "what does this match mean" type of guy.
But that's the thing is, it seems like AEW is not the type of company that's, hey, we're going to give you the meaning of this match right now. It's, hey, this match might not seem like a lot, but in, let's say, a month or two, you're going to be going back going, oh, fuck, that's why.
Oh, when they bring it up in a montage or something? Sure, great.
Well, it's kind of like when Miro attacked the guy that he was the best man for. And then it didn't really go anywhere for a little bit. And then a few weeks later, you really saw that was just a build to his monster persona. And
but that wasn't really a match, though.
Well, it happened after a match.
Okay, I hear you. I just...
Because his whole thing is, my destiny is to be world champion. If we lose again, there's going to be a problem.
To me, in my logical brain, it did not make any sense for Christian to beat Kenny Omega whatsoever.
That's because you're preconditioned to want the payoff right now.
No, it's not about wanting the payoff right now. It's if you're putting these two wrestlers, and he damn near won clean outside of that chair. If you're putting these two wrestlers in the ring with each other, 9 times out of 10, you're saying he's winning the match. And it's not just the fact that he won it, but how he won. Like, come on, man.
So here's the thing: Kenny Omega, the entire time, he has retained his belts because the Elite has interfered. He lost a belt because the Elite interfered. What I can see happening is probably him losing the AAA belt after the Elite interferes and fucks it up. This is going to cause the splinter in that group. This is going to cause the weakness, and I believe it's going to culminate, based on Twitter ramblings, that's going to culminate in the OG Bullet Club showing up and causing another, let's say, War Games type scenario where Kenny doesn't know who to trust, doesn't know if he can rely on his team, doesn't know if he can't, and that's where the splinters are going to come.
That's a long game I can get behind.
Because they've been going back and forth on Twitter between members of the OG Bullet Club and Gallows and Anderson. You know, where it's
Gallows
like...
and Anderson are fucking lackeys, man.
They are lackeys. But that's the thing. That's what the Elite is. They've been Omega's lackeys. And so when you have a champion who can't trust his lackeys to get the job done, you get a champion who becomes paranoid. And a paranoid champion makes mistakes.
Mm.
And
you redeemed yourself there, Drew.
I feel like they might just hang on to this until Hangman comes back, because of the fact that he was written off TV by being jumped by the Elite. It's like, okay, let's weaken the elite. Let's weaken the elite, and then Hangman comes back, and then Omega has to kind of face him on his own.
This if this is true, or if this happens rather, this is the type of storytelling that will pull me and other people like me away from the USA Network to watch this, because it's good storytelling. It is things that are happening with a purpose. It isn't retread after retread. This is how you win. It is chess moves, not going for big pieces immediately. This is how you win. And I'm not saying you have any insight on the AEW storyline from now until 1/1/22, but if this is the payoff that we're getting, it's interesting. And
Yeah, I mean,
I'm ready to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see, Christian, where we're like, oh, what's Christian doing here? I'm fine if Christian's a pawn in the greater scheme of Hangman and Kenny later down the line. If Christian's just a pawn to get us there, I don't think anyone's complaining about that, right?
Do you remember the end of the match? Did he look at the Elite at all, saying what happened? Did you see anything like any tea leaves like that, or you don't remember?
I don't think he did that, but I can imagine that on the next episode of Dynamite, they're not super cocky like they were. I can see him going, what the hell happened, and maybe him taking it out on Brandon Cutler or Michael Nakazawa first. Like, I'm going to take this out on, the lower grunts. It's your fault. But then if he loses the AAA belt, then it's, maybe the Bucks. What the hell? And then, maybe Gallows and Anderson are looking at it like, yo, this guy's losing it. And then, Hangman comes back, and now he's got to defend his only belt left. And he's kind of pushed all the Elite away.
Okay. I'm around for the shits.
Back momentarily. Trying to fry my chicken up right quick.
We were talking Christian and Omega.
Oh, okay. I was hoping I had missed all of that.
No.
Yeah, I didn't care for the match, but then Drew is winning me over, saying they're playing the long game, where it could be, the Elite and Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
It could lead to some interesting TV.
Yeah.
Next AEW pay-per-view is when?
It is. So it is All Out, September 5th.
So we are a couple weeks away.
Interesting note about All Out, September 5th. Just about a couple days before All Out, Bray Wyatt's 90-day would expire.
See what I'm saying, man? As soon as the motherfucker get released, here y'all come.
Hey, I'm not saying he signed with anyone. I'm just saying if he would, that would be the time.
And you would pop.
I would. Because I would like to see what he can do without, hey, we're going to take your gimmick and give it to Alexa Bliss.
Why do you think he got released?
I mean, they told him budget cuts. He was injured for a little bit. I know there was rumors going around that he was, not doing great mentally just because of Brody Lee passing away. But I think that he was okay to wrestle. He just was injured after that WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly the reason, but I do know this. He was supposed to be released in the previous round of releases when guys like Braun Strowman and stuff got released. He was supposed to be cut then. Vince had to defend him and go and fight for him. Now, here's the thing to take note of that. Who's really running the show in WWE if Vince McMahon has to fight for somebody not losing their job?
Well, Drew.
No.
Oh.
So, fun fact is Triple H is losing a ton of his power. And that became very evident when they released a ton of NXT talent. It's to a point where he's basically being blamed for NXT failing on Wednesdays. So the guy in question,
Pritchard,
is Nick Khan. He is the president of WWE. He's also the chief revenue officer.
And then you're gonna say he's also related to Shotty.
Oh, the CRO, huh?
No, he's not really. He's not the same Khan family. Okay. But this is the guy who put together the Peacock deal. This is the guy who put together the Fox deal. And with every big financial move that he makes, he gains a little bit more power. Vince is giving him just a little bit more power every time he makes a financial deal like that, because it's like, hey, listen, we don't even need to fucking try anymore. We're making money hand over fist.
He's kind of like the Shang Tsung of finances, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
But a lot of people are concerned that eventually it's going to lead to him just selling the fucking company because he has so much power to do so. I mean, when Vince McMahon has to go and fight for this guy not being released, that's telling. That's like, oh, why does Vince have to fight for somebody's job? Like, shouldn't he be the one making the decisions? I guess not. And I guess, rumor is that he's been getting involved with, in between, Triple H and Vince's, partnership. He's been getting involved in like matters with Stephanie. He's kind of weaseling his way in to being, the number 2 guy.
Well, good luck with all of that. The only thing I can say.
The big thing is with all these releases saying, oh, it's budget cuts. I mean, you got to understand this company this past year made record profits. This company made more profits than they did in the Attitude Era. And they're making budget cuts. So either no, that's an exact figure because they're a publicly traded company, so they have to release those figures. So you have that, but you're also releasing wrestlers. So you got one of two things: either A, you're making these profits because you're just not paying your people, or B, you're doing what every sports team does right before they sell, which is, hey, let's dump the roster and make this look better for potential buyers. Because maybe Disney doesn't want to, buy it if you have too many bloated contracts.
Yeah,
I love releases because it's so delicious.
We'll see. It's still too close to tell you. If you still got one of your 4 big shows to happen Saturday with SummerSlam, so we'll see what happens with who's watching that. I will say this. If CM Punk, this is the number he drives, if he does not appear on Rampage, I can guarantee you there will be a huge uptick of viewership on Sunday. You might even see new Peacock memberships created. just so they can watch that.
It's going to be a tough go for anyone in that main event of Rampage if CM Punk does not rear his head somewhere.
Yep.
Because those fans, a lot of them bought tickets solely because they believe CM Punk is debuting in his hometown.
It's gonna be like when Rey Mysterio came out at number 30.
Oh man.
Underwhelming as hell.
One more thing about Nick Khan. Apparently, Vince McMahon released in the quarterly report that mass releases, mass layoffs are expected to be an annual thing. So they expect to release people in groups every 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to poke the bear of the console wars, but in this entire pandemic, AEW has not fired a single person. I'm just saying.
You're stabbing the bear, sir.
I'm Lars Sullivan poking the bear.
Ugh.
Oh, Step Bear, what are you doing?
Dad, is that you? Let's
What else is on the docket?
Let's move on to Drew. Enough of your Sullivan fantasies, because I'm getting warped into them. Let's preview SummerSlam.
All right. All right, we got 10 matches on the docket for SummerSlam.
10 blockbusters.
Well, some of them are rocket busters.
10 rocket busters. Yeah, 10 rocket busters.
So first up, we have Raw Tag Team titles. RK Bro taking on AJ Styles and Omos.
Almost a superhero.
I'm going with RK Bro. They just got back together. I think they'll have the championships for a little bit. This is the time for AJ to do his thing on the single tip. I'm going with AJ and Omos to lose.
I'm going with AJ and almost retaining. Be right back.
I also think AJ and Omos are retaining. Just because, I mean, WWE likes to do this. Oh, it's a tag team back. We'll put in a title match, and then it goes nowhere. But they'll get like 6 rematches. So I can see that happening.
Okay.
Next up, we have the ghost of Bray Wyatt's gimmick, Alexa Bliss, taking on Eva Marie with Dewdrop.
Can I just say that no one cares about Alexa Bliss anymore?
Yeah, I feel bad for her because once Bray Wyatt got fired, as soon as I saw that news, my first thought was she is fucking buried.
Yeah.
The crowds are gonna turn on her so fucking hard.
Yep. Sad. I'm going with Eva Marie and Dewdrop.
Yeah, I feel like something's gonna happen with Dewdrop helping her get the win, but Eva Marie's gonna be like, yeah, no, I won this.
Where we at? Tag match for women?
Nope. Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss.
Oh. Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss. I'm going with Bliss. I can't think of a reason for Eva winning.
Next
I can't
up,
think of a reason why she's there.
next up we have the largest fall from grace on Raw, still falling. Drew McIntyre taking on Jinder Mahal.
Drew's gotta get the win, right?
Well, Jinder's friends, Veer and Shanky, which sound like Scooby-Doo characters, are banned from ringside.
Well, I mean, I would think it's obvious, but remember what you said about that controller not being hooked up.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I think that if they're banned from ringside, Jinder's going to find some other shenanigans to get the win. So Jinder's going to get that win here. And the free fall will continue for Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I mean, if Jin is building these other guys that he has with his team, it's going to take more than this 1 month. So
I find it funny that the WWE, just to sidetrack here, on the 13th of August, they uploaded the Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk match.
and you know what? JR gonna say, don't watch that. You already know the outcome of that. He won. Look at this. Look what we got over here.
Goddamn, pal, they'll put butts in the seats.
My bad, not JR. I told you Giovanni gonna say that.
Oh, goddamn, pal, you gotta get yourself some barbecue sauce and not wash any of that garbage.
So I don't know if that means anything, but very quiet.
They're just doing what competition do.
Yeah.
You'll see. You know, Microsoft announced something. Sony put a tweet out. It's all the same stuff.
Well, it's just like anytime somebody in WWE or AEW gets a push, if they worked at Impact, Impact immediately puts up matches that they were in on their Facebook for free. Next up, we have for the United States Championship, Sheamus defending against Damian Priest.
Oh, this is his path. Okay. It was leading somewhere.
So Damian Priest gets the win.
I don't know.
I honestly think that Sheamus is going to get the win because I feel that Miz and Morrison are going to interfere somehow.
Yeah, I think they're going to cost him now. I'm going to give it to Sheamus as well.
Next, we have Edge taking on Seth Rollins.
Potential match of the night.
Is undecided be an answer? Because I don't know who's going to win this.
Okay, let's look at it like this. Who can afford to lose?
Edge.
Edge can afford to lose?
Yes.
Can he? He hasn't won in like 2 years.
You said that very quick.
Edge is a staple. He's permanent. Or is he part-time?
That's what I don't know. If you recall, I already had him out of here after Mania.
So Edge is full-time on SmackDown as far as being in promos and backstage stuff. But as far as a wrestler goes, it seems like he's part-time wrestling. I can see Edge winning so that Seth Rollins can come back and continue this feud.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the question should be who has more to lose if they don't win. And I feel like the answer is Seth.
Here's another question to throw out there. Is this taken as a one and done? Because that changes my answer.
I don't see this as being a one and done.
Okay, if you don't see this as a one and done, then
I do.
I can give it to Seth. If it's a one and done, it's got to go to Edge.
No, I think this is a complete one and done. I don't see why Edge would stick around. He doesn't wrestle on Fridays.
Seth will contend for Roman at some point. It's gonna happen.
I feel like that's what's next. If Roman wins, this feels like, hey, this is the number one contenders match without saying it's the number one contenders match, because Edge still has some vitriol against Roman, and Seth has felt like I'm up next ever since the Cesaro Mania match. So this is a road to redemption for Seth Rollins.
Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defending against Sasha Banks.
This is another tough one for me because I don't know if Bianca is at the end of her first reign yet. Because I just feel like if they give it to Sasha, then they're giving it to her for someone else to take it off her. You know, the word transitional comes to mind.
I'm saying Sasha loses by DQ. I don't think there'll be a real winner here.
Yeah, I'm going to say Bianca wins, but there's going to be some shenanigans. Next up, we have a Match of the Year candidate. The Usos taking on Rey and Dominic Mysterio. This is for the SmackDown Tag Titles.
You said it's the Mysterios again too?
Dominic and Rey Mysterio against the Usos.
Oh, Usos.
Yeah, this is just a rematch. I would probably go with Usos. I don't see a benefit to Rey and Dominic winning.
Yeah, I agree. The Usos are winning this. Next up,
we agree on.
We got Lashley taking on Goldberg.
Lashley wins by way of submission from the Hurt Lock, and I can't wait to see Goldberg's arms flail like leaves in the wind.
You know what though? Goldberg looks. I mean, I don't know if it's because he's wearing a shirt, but his arms look a little bit better than they did in previous matches. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, Lashley wins. I don't know if it's about. I'll just say via spear. I don't think it's gonna be a Hurt Lock. Because the only reason I'm saying that is because Goldberg's son will be there, and I don't think he wants to go out like that in front of him.
Oh, that's where you do it.
Well, if you do that, then you're opening up the door for another match, and I don't want to see it. Because then he has to get redemption, and we don't want that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a spear. Next, we have triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship. Nikki ASH taking on Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. And I will remind you guys that Nikki lost clean on Raw.
To both
I don't know if that's telling.
It's just telling.
Nikki ASH for the victory.
Okay.
Yeah, if they don't let her win here, I don't even know what was the point of her even being champion.
Yeah, I can see her retaining. The only other option I can see is Charlotte pinning Rhea, but I can see Nikki winning this. And then lastly, we have Roman Reigns defending against Harry Potter's Cloak of Invisibility, John Cena.
Rikishi comes out of nowhere.
I'm a bad man.
I did it for the table.
Oh my God.
Roman Reigns wins. They win, and he'll win with the help of the Usos.
I like how you come back to reality when we do these events, these predictions.
What reality is that, man?
I mean, because earlier you was on the Summer of Cena train. Now it's Roman Reigns wins.
What's it? That's to keep people engaged, man. You know.
Don't give up your secrets for me. I'm just telling you what I heard.
It
Now-
would be nice if that happened, but there will be a big Joker on Saturday. It's either going to be Rock or CM Punk.
No, I have a different Joker. Hear me out.
Oh boy.
Roman wins, beats Cena. He's celebrating, and then gets spun around and F5'd.
Why do you guys keep writing Brock Lesnar into a picture he's already been in 3,000 times?
Hold up. Because now you have Paul Heyman in the middle of Roman and Brock.
And we don't know what to do because we haven't seen that before.
When have you seen that?
Brock and CM Punk, the guy we've been talking about all night.
He already turned on CM Punk by then.
Or this is a perfect scenario. You have Roman win against Cena. No. You have Cena win against Roman to get the 17th championship, because you heard him talk about that. Cena wins. Brock comes out. F5 Cena. Then, all of a sudden, all you hear is the music of Big E, and he's coming to cash in. This way, Cena wins. He's gone. Brock comes out, does his thing. You pay him for that one night. He's gone. And you have Roman, who is literally untouched by all of this because he never technically got pinned clean.
Brock would never show up to help someone else win the championship.
He could say something like, "This is still my yard, bitch," and or I'm the real Suplex City, bitch, because Cena talked about that too. You gotta bring out the big guns, man. You got to.
Cena doesn't have a very good SummerSlam record. He loses most of them, but I just hope that this match will be better than the first time they clashed. I want to say that was 2017 or 2018. I don't know if it was Money in the Bank or whatever the one-off pay-per-views it was where Cena and Roman Reigns fought, where Cena had kind of buried him with that promo, and they had that one-off match, but they didn't meet again. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. You shocked that you let John Cena throw out a name of a former superstar?
He used his WWE name.
Okay.
But yeah, I am surprised that they acknowledged him whatsoever.
Yeah, I like that a little bit.
That's their example of opening the forbidden door right there. We'll acknowledge a trademark that we own.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the highlight of the whatchamacallit anyway.
Well, what'd you say, Drew?
Do we have anything else?
I don't have anything else.
I
Here we
don't
go.
have anything else for right now. I just know it's going to be a hell of a Saturday.
Swerve, did you get a PS5 yet, or a Xbox One X?
I did not get a new system.
Drew, what games have you been playing?
Oddly enough, I haven't really been playing too much on that system yet. I am going to play Madden once it comes out. I got the pre-order for Friday. But other than that, playing Mafia on it. I played Hitman 3.
Yeah.
I've been on the PC a lot, which is crazy.
Okay. Okay. Well.
Oh, I did play Cyberpunk. I will say that.
And what you think about that?
I liked it. I know a lot of people shit on it, but that's because they probably played it on a PS4 it's not made for.
It still isn't fully upgraded.
No, but I mean, at the same time, like, it still runs better than it would on a PS4. I had only like a couple crashes, but I mean, I didn't have anything as far as like system issues or, too many glitches or bugs.
No, I just find it weird that game was released when it was, and it's still not ready for the current gen systems now.
Once the DLC comes out, I'll get that and I'll play through it. But I had fun with it.
I probably play my PlayStation, 10% of the time. If I can get, I'm on Xbox, man. But I don't have time to game like I used to.
Oh.
But I'm only playing 2 games, and if I am, it's Madden and Call of Duty. I'm going to play the new Madden. I've already reserved my day. My wife will be out of town. Listen, Summerslam weekend, she's out of town. I'm kicking it with the boys. I'll probably be asleep on Swervy's couch. Yo, man, you been seeing Punk? Oh, shit. That'll be me. But no, I'm ready for Madden. I'm conflicted on where I want to get 2K. I mean, I've had it for the PS5, and it's oh man, for the haptics alone, I feel like I should get it for the PS5 again. But I'm waiting on my boy to see if he's gonna get an Xbox. Because no, I'll play 2K with him. But we'll see.
I wasn't a big fan of 2K on the PS5. I think that it's just maybe this year they just didn't do enough in it, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me.
So wait a minute. So Drew, when you reserve your Madden, how much was your Madden?
70 some?
Okay.
74?
And I asked because I'm like, look, I'm not going to tell you I have the new consoles, but if I were to buy the Madden that lets you upgrade once you get a new console, if you're a current or old gen or however you want to refer to it, I said, well, what Madden is that? He said, that's the MVP edition. I said, well, how much is that? That's $99. I'm like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
So I had
that's MVP edition. That's $100 across the board for every console. But that's like the add-ons where if you play Madden Ultimate Team, that it gives you more packs and stuff, which I don't care about. I got the base game. The base game was $70, which is basic for a PS5 game.
Yeah. So I mean, Friday 10 o'clock, I with the wife heads off Friday morning. I'll go fuck around Friday morning. Maybe I'll go have breakfast somewhere, go pick my game up, and then I'm in what they call the Madden Lab.
Now, I will tell you this: if you pre-order at GameStop, you can get it at 9 p.m. on Thursday.
I did it at Best Buy.
Yeah, because I pre-ordered today at GameStop, and they're like, yeah, we have the release party at 9 p.m. You can just pick it up at 9.
Well, I have EA Play, so I mean I've played the game so far already.
Oh.
And they give you 10 hours. I've probably used 40 minutes of it. I'm kind of holding off. So when people are like, "I got," because Madden technically came out today. But when people are like, "I got my Madden," I'm like, I'll see you online. But I'll just go get the game the next day and won't run out of my hours. So the only thing that I'm mad at is that the scouting system is going to be put into, because I'm a franchise mode guy. That's going to be in September, so I can't really play franchise mode yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So. But besides that, who knows? Maybe I'll end up playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 time. It'll finally be the upgraded version. And instead of working on 6, they'll just keep. We've added a new town to San Andreas. It's like, okay.
Gotta keep on milking that cash cow.
Yeah. If you build it, they will come. Hey, look. People are going to watch if Brock Lesnar keeps coming back, aren't they? I give them something new when they love the old.
Okay, we should probably wrap this up for our 3 listeners who are still listening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Total Mac. In the building with me, as always, is Swervely and No Chill Drew. This has been a No Pyro podcast production. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, and SoundCloud, and also Apple Podcasts under the same name. If you gentlemen did not have anything else for this evening, enjoy SummerSlam. Swerve will work out. We will work out food arrangements for Saturday, and we'll have some fun. Besides that, doses.